Hello, listeners. You are listening to another episode of The Brave Traveler. I'm IR. That's an I and a fucking R. This mic that I've got from Amazon, the Blue Yeti mic, is pretty cool. It feels now all of a sudden like it's a professional environment sort of thing. I mean, get one. This thing is fucking amazing. Even if you're not going to record a podcast, do it for your Zoom meetings or whatever the hell you use. Do it for gaming. Yeah, I just found out today I can actually hook this thing up to the PlayStation. I haven't tried it yet, but I've seen videos, so I'm pretty sure I'll try that next. Here's the thing that bugs me about this damn mic. It's so powerful. It can hear my shower head dripping. I'm gonna have to close the door. Duh. I still haven't mastered which of the microphone settings sounds best. You see that? You could hear everything. You could hear me moving in my chair. It's like, man, come on. I guess I need to not move. Where do you buy a chair that doesn't make any noise when you move? I think I need a dynamic microphone, and I'm not sure that the Blue Yeti is that. I'm not sure that it's not that. I don't know. I barely had this thing like, what is it, a week? Yeah, like a week. I might have overdone it because I also bought one of those microphone boom arms or whatever. I have it strapped to the desk. It looks cool, but other than that, the Blue Yeti comes with its own stand, so it's not really necessary. The only thing I guess I can do with this thing is hook up the pop filter. I guess I'll do that. Although I will say one good thing about this Blue Yeti mic. I love that I can hook up my headphones directly into the mic so I can hear what it's actually picking up. Like a moment ago, I could hear the squealing coming out of my fucking computer again, and I was able to correct that, or, do my best to correct it right away. I closed everything else, and I even moved the microphone. Although now it sounds a little weird. Let me move this thing. How's that? Now I sound amazing. Damn it. Where do I move you to? How's that? Yeah. Okay, that's tolerable. I can hear it again. I can hear the damn computer being alive. Wait. What if I turn the mic? Nope. What if I lower the mic? Okay. I think I can hear the computer a little less now. Kind of. And it's really the fucking microphone that's picking up any noise at all, because taking off my headphones, I can't hear the computer. Okay, I'm going to try to actually distance the computer from the Yeti. I wonder why it's called a Blue Yeti. So far, it has a red light. You would think it's called a Blue Yeti and it would emit some kind of a blue light, but no. It's a hoax. I can still hear it. God damn it. I'm taking it real far away. It's got a pretty long USB cord, so it should be fine. Okay. I have no idea if that helped at all. All I know is that it's fucking disruptive. Oh, by the way, so I saw some videos on this shit about MK Ultra from the 50s, where the CIA was trying to control society en masse through experiments with Mexican peyote and LSD. And then it shifted to experimenting with blue light. Because they found out that blue light damages your mind. And therefore, if you can't think straight, you're easier to control. And that shit didn't get fully implemented until Obama was in office. And he said the standard was going to be these new type of LCD technology, flat screen TVs on everything. So now your computer screens, your phone screens, your television screens, it all emits blue light. It damages your brain. It disrupts your ability to get good sleep, like restful sleep. Which I think I've experienced. I've experienced waking up in the middle of the night, in the middle of a conversation in my fucking brain, and I'm not in control. I'll feel like, what the fuck am I doing thinking about this shit for? I mean, I don't care. I just wanna sleep. I just wanna relax. I don't wanna be thinking of stupid nonsense. I don't know if I'm alone in this. There might be people that are experiencing the same thing, or maybe people that just don't fucking notice. Candace Owens, she's covered this a little bit on her channel, but I'm definitely gonna buy some of those glasses that can filter out the blue light. From the other videos that I've seen of eye doctors reviewing which of the blue light filter glasses that you can buy are the best, and you really have to look at what wavelength of light it actually filters and how much of it. Because if you buy some $15, $20 blue light filtering glasses, it might only filter out like 3%, 5%. I don't know, something really small that won't actually help you out a lot. So remember, if you're shopping on Amazon, it's a fucking scam. You have to know what's good. If you don't know what to buy and you just type up what you're looking for, Amazon's gonna show you the shittiest fucking products that no one would ever want to buy if they had that shit in person to see the low fucking quality it actually is. I also heard that it should be like amber colored. For some reason, that filters out the blue light even more. And then that made me think about like Ozzy Osbourne's glasses, Stan Lee's glasses. They're pretty much amber colored. And Stan Lee, he passed away in 2018, but when he was alive, he always had them on. Same with Ozzy. He always has those specs on. I wear glasses, but they're just like whatever generic glasses. They're not. I mean, they're prescription, but I haven't gone all out to get anything special done on them. But I hear that there is some kind of added feature you can get on there that can help with preventing blue light from fucking with your eyes. My grammar is so good. You could tell that I'm a great speaker, especially with my limited vocabulary and all the words I choose not to say, and the words I choose to repeat over and over. It's a little strange that being able to hear yourself and what you sound like when you speak. The only other time that I've actually experienced that is, when I'm streaming a video game. I haven't been wearing these ever since they kind of, I don't know, they let me down. The Steel Series. Arctis Steel Series. Yeah, that was the only time that I ever actually heard myself while speaking. I know I did this the other day, right? I'm still not used to it. This is my second time. And honestly, I hate that fucking noise. I'm going to have to find a way to connect this Yeti to the phone so I don't have to hear this engine. It's hilarious because honestly, it never makes any noise. So apparently if I'm recording, that's when it does. Fuck. But you know what? There's always a first time for everything. For example, I'm going to do this standing up. Less noise from the goddamn chair. I should sell that fucking chair. I got this chair 4 years ago. Almost 4 years ago. From a Costco. It's made by Lazy Boy, which I'm pretty happy about because when I was younger, I saw a movie called Basketball. Trey Parker and Matt Stone starred in this movie. And they had a special item, a basketball, made from a Lazy Boy reclining chair. This expensive bitch right here is like, well, it was $200. It's the executive, I don't know what the fuck. I actually bought it like a really long time ago and returned it. I just wanted to know what it was like. But in the end, I was like, yeah, I really like it, but I think I'd rather have the $200. So what happened to me between that time and 4 years ago? Let's see. The first time I got it was like 7 years ago. I'm going to say 7 years ago. And then I got it again for, I don't know. There was a part of me, I guess, that thought, you know what? I gotta write. I can't write standing up. Just lie. Because I probably could. Maybe even more comfortable. I need one of those standing up fucking desks. But there's so many different ones. Which one do you go for? You know? Obviously, you're going to go for the one you see at Costco. But what if there's a better one? I don't know. They're not that expensive. They're like $200. You know? Honestly, I would just rather have one specially made. I don't want to buy the generic one because what if that's not big enough? What if it's too big? You know, shit like that. I blanked out. I can't remember anything anymore. So, let me start off with some real shit, I guess. Why not? There's a couple of things. Which are not fun to talk about. And then at the same time, you can't just blow past them because I don't know, didn't feel right either. Okay, here goes. I was almost to the 6 months mark of semen retention. 180 days. I failed at 162 days. My on again, off again, definitely now forevermore off ex had visited me. I don't know why whenever I'm stupid and weak and I say, hey, why don't you come over? She's like, okay. But I guess it takes two stupid people to tango, and she's definitely stupid. And so was I. Now, I say this because we don't have anything in common. I mean, we're humans. We got a mouth and two eyes and a nose, but we don't actually have our values in common. You know, they might parallel, they might kind of look alike, but there's some major differences. I want to get better constantly. I constantly want to do things in a better way. I want to be a better person. And she's not that way. I look for ways to improve my situation through improving my outlook. And she doesn't. I've gone through a lot in my life, but I don't use those things as an excuse to allow myself to get away with immature behavior, you know? And if you watch my stream, you might think to yourself, but you sound like a fucking idiot when you're playing video games. Yes, I do. Yeah. When I play video games, I get a little emotional. But I think I allow myself that because I know it's just a game, you know. I don't lose my cool with people because if I don't like somebody, I can just walk away. I can hang up a phone. I can whatever, you know? It doesn't matter that much to me if somebody agrees or disagrees with me. Just the way I kind of think that it shouldn't matter to anybody else, whether I agree or disagree with them. We're not in each other's lives. And also, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, people can have their own opinions or beliefs. That's fine. I'm not a control freak because it doesn't matter that much. That's how I look at it. I don't understand people that use their past traumas as an excuse for behaving like an idiot, as an excuse for arrested development, extreme immaturity. I understand that past trauma can cause those things, but I mean, I think there comes a time in a person's life when you kind of go, well, that's true, but I don't want to be like that. Because it's not healthy. It's not helping anybody. And if you got people you love, that's the difference, right? If you have a child, then they come first. And I know there's some stupid ass people that say, "No, you come first, then it's the child." I don't have anything in common with that person. I can look at their logic and still see it as being in error. And then there's the people that don't even have kids yet. It's all about them. It's just selfish, up the ass, fucking lifestyle. I used to live that, so I know what it's like. Before I had a kid, it was all about me, and I don't give a fuck. I don't sympathize. I don't empathize. I mean, it's me versus the world. Fuck everyone. But then you have a kid, and everything changes. Because it's not all about you anymore. This lady that I refuse to ever see ever again. She has a 16-year-old kid, and she doesn't see her kid as her joy and happiness. For her, she needs a relationship. She needs a sexual relationship with a man to make it all right. I don't need a relationship with a woman to make everything all right. It would be nice, but I'm not gonna chase that. And that's what I've been doing for, like, my last serious relationship, which was another relationship, was 6 years ago, and this one that I have ended started early last year. in between those relationships, I took it upon myself to, I don't know, become a better person, learn some new things, travel, hang out with friends. I wasn't chasing women for the first time in my life, and I was happier. I was a lot happier. I could be around attractive women and not be thinking, what do I got to do to, you know, I could be around guys and just enjoy myself, not be thinking stupid shit like when I was younger, which is like, I don't even want to talk to you. So stupid. Yeah. So, like most people, we go through the stupid phase where we don't really know until we know. You don't know until you know. So I get that. I understand what that's like. I've been there. What I don't understand are people that do have kids and take them for granted. Treat them like shit. Treat them like an accessory. When I saw her be that way with her own kid, I mean, I should have just stopped talking to her then. I don't know why, but maybe I just wanted a friend, I guess. Because we did have fun. We had some stupid, dumb fun watching old movies, getting drunk, and vaping. But she's not somebody that I would ever want to drink with ever again. There's like a handful of times that she got drunk and she would want to corner me into into forcing me to say that I love her. But at the beginning of the relationship, I straight up told her that I said, I don't believe in love. I mean, I think you can love your family, but that's different kind of love. Obviously, the kind of love she was asking for is, in my opinion, not not really love. It's more like lust. You know, are you so infatuated with me that you want to be with me forever? To answer that, her question, which is a stupid question in the first place. I mean, if you haven't been with somebody long enough to actually know them, like minimum you should know somebody for 2 years before you really make up your mind and say, I love this person forever. I think you can love somebody like a friend, or just because you have those joyful emotions when it comes to that person, but I don't know. It's just a stupid ass question that I felt kind of like cornered into, like, tell me that you love me. So in those handful of times that she asked that while drunk, I disappointed her and I didn't let her force me. I didn't let her force me to say that I loved her, because it's not true. Even if I felt great affection for her, I felt care, I felt a lot of good things. But I mean, it's stupid for anybody to try to force somebody else to say that they love you. That shit is not, you don't, it's not like fucking clicking a button on a robot and saying, you are now in love with me. Yes, I love you. You know what I mean? I mean, what the fuck are we talking about? I mean, is this normal shit? I can hear fucking police siren. Well, that lets you know that I am I'm real. I'm in a city and there's cops. Anyways. So I refused to tell her that. And it's not because it was impossible for me to feel it for her. I think that when you really want love, you just let it happen. And it was going in that direction. I mean, we were hanging out all the time. But I don't know what the fuck is wrong with her. You know, the main thing I can see is that she suffers and causes other people to suffer from her extreme immaturity. All her past traumas caused some serious arrested development. And she sees her traumas as something that gives her the privilege to act out. And it's fine because people should understand. Meaning that if she treats whatever guy she's with like the enemy, pretty much. Like, tell me you did it. I know you did it. Just admit it. Type of shit. It doesn't matter if she knows anything or if they did anything at all. It's okay for her to treat a man that way because, you know, in the past, a guy cheated on me. And therefore, forever, I'm allowed to treat guys like shit. If I feel just a little suspicious, it's okay for me to act like shit. And that's unrealistic. I mean, that's fucking stupid. Who the fuck wants to be around a person like that? I mean, either the chick better be rich, famous, gorgeous, or I don't know, she's your fucking boss. And you just you really like how much that job pays you. I don't know, but honestly, that's not healthy. It's not healthy for your mind, for your spirit, for your life. And if you're a guy, more often than not, you really don't know how to handle that because television just constantly says, you know, this shit happens only one way. This shit only goes in one direction. You know, men are abusive to women and that's it. Oh, but what about when women are abusive to men? That doesn't matter. Fuck you, man. I've been in that situation several times in my life where a woman overstepped, did some fucked up shit. Like I remember I used to work at a fast food place And one of my coworkers, a young lady, I was a young dude, she would straight up grab my ass. And that fucked with me mentally because she already had a boyfriend. Like, she was one of these stupid bitches that would flirt with me by telling me about how her boyfriend would fuck her. And it's like, what the fuck? I'm sure if you're old enough, you've already met one of these retarded women that think they're flirting with you by telling you about how other guys have fucked them. I mean, that's the dumbest shit in the fucking world. Does that work on women? I don't know. I mean, maybe these women that say stupid shit like that, maybe it works on them. So if you tell them about, oh yeah, I was having sex with this one girl the other day and that's flirtatious? I mean, I've never used that as a tactic in my life because that doesn't turn me on. But I guess I have to assume that any woman that would use an example of themselves having sex would accept that as flirting. No, not with me. Any woman that tells me a story of them having sex, I'm just thinking like, why are you telling me this? This is stupid. Anyways, I didn't know what to do in that situation. She's a coworker. I had to see her every fucking day. I mean, I'm not gonna get into the details, but it made me feel like shit. And I think it was because I was confused. You know, I kind of knew that I couldn't just say to anybody, any of the managers or whatever, like, hey, could you tell her to stop? Because, I don't know. I was young. Maybe that's exactly what I should have done. But some shitty people, I'll say it like that because I don't want to sound like I'm generalizing. I don't think that all women are the same. I know that there's a big difference between a smart woman, a dumb woman, a bad woman, and a good woman. So, yeah, I don't want to ever generalize. Nobody's ever exactly the same. And I haven't met all women, so I'm never going to generalize with that. But yes, there are some bad people that know full well that the system is corrupt. It's not balanced. It's the scale is tipping on one side only, and that's clearly happening because society is programmed to believe that it's tipping on the other side when it's fucking not. So I knew back then when I was younger that if I took it to the police, if I straight up made a report and I said, you know what, I'm being fucking sexually harassed, at the time I felt like, well, they're probably gonna just laugh at me. But you know that the other way around, somebody'd be arrested. Well, anyways. The crazy ex whose WhatsApp messages I'm currently ignoring. I didn't block her. Just because I want all that crazy shit right there. She got drunk. And she again started with the whole like, tell me you love me. And like I've already explained, I don't think that's something you force somebody to say. I think that let's just pretend she was a normal person. We're hanging out every week. We're doing stuff. We talk all the time. You know, we have fun together. I'm not dating anybody else. I mean, I'm not a fucking animal. I mean, you know, if I would meet somebody else and I didn't want to be with her anymore, I would straight up say so. I don't need to be with two women. One woman is enough for me. So anyways, she's drunk and she's a lightweight. She doesn't drink that much before she becomes a little belligerent. I don't give her exactly what she wants, and it's like, oh, then I guess nothing means anything, and now I'm upset because you used me. I understand how some people can sort of see things from her point of view, like, hey, you used her. Well, you can say that, right? But then you can also say that we used each other. And it just depends. Because, like I said, I didn't have it in my mind that this means nothing. You know? I'm not a fucking program where I can tell you exactly how it'll be in 10 years with me, or even 5 years. I think if you want to be with somebody, just be with them. Don't ever ask them like, okay, so we've been together for this much time now, a few months. I used to also like say to her that, you know, she would say like, oh, it's been since last year. We have this much together. It's almost going to be 2 years. And I'm like, sure. We've been getting together in the span of almost 2 years. But if you sum up the time that we've actually been together, you're gonna get something like, I don't know, 10 months, maybe? She didn't like that. But it's true. If she hadn't have acted like a privileged toddler, which I would take from a toddler, but she's not a toddler. And a toddler probably wouldn't curse me out. I never insulted her, not one time. I think that when you get into an argument with somebody, if it's your significant other or whoever the hell, if you start in throwing insults at each other, it's like, why? What's that going to accomplish? Well, they need to know they're a piece of shit, and that I know they're a piece of shit. So I tell them, hey, you're a piece of shit. And then, you know, they look all mad like you knew. And or how about this one? Like, fuck you, bitch. I don't know. I don't think that the words are gonna have a profound effect on the person you're hurling them at. So then, and I'm sure everybody knows that, So then I'm guessing that we're all just trying to hurt people with words when we curse at them. And I don't know. Why are you trying to hurt somebody? Is your argument that weak? And if it is, then maybe you're wrong. Maybe the whole reason or point to the fight is stupid if you can't actually speak like adults. And I understand that there are some people that honestly should never fucking drink because they don't know how to handle their alcohol. I've met too many people like that. I don't know why I don't change. If I'm drunk, yeah, I'm a little wobbly, but you're not gonna hear me say some stupid shit. I'm not gonna do some weird fucked up things. This is very rare. Like I did this one time last year with her. I was blackout drunk. I didn't remember anything the next day until she showed me some pictures that she took with me and her daughter. And I'm like, oh, thank God I was a normal person. Because I actually think that I'm a pretty self-controlled person. Or at least I was. I think I spiraled out of fucking control with this relationship. Like, I never vaped. I used to really enjoy drinking wine, sake. I used to drink, the fuck are they called? Those healthy beers. Craft beer. They're not fucking healthy. So I stopped. Artisanal beer. I still like red wine. I like Bordeaux. Pretty much any kind of red wine, but Bordeaux is my favorite. Dry sake is wonderful. Grey Goose vodka is pretty good, but I think I'd stick to sake and red wine. I was introduced by her to kombucha, which is too sweet, and the other one that's not oh my God, what's that alcohol they make in Mexico? Tequila. Yeah. Not tequila. She didn't introduce me to tequila. There's apparently another alcoholic drink made from agave, which is mezcal. I'm sure you all already know mezcal, but I was not aware. And the reason, I think, besides that it's synonymous with tequila, it's a lot more expensive. Mezcal it's okay. It might all be there might be a placebo effect with the fact that it's really fucking expensive that'll make you like, this is quality. Like cognac. Cognac might also be another one that just feels like quality because I read somewhere that kings used to drink it. I remember years ago I was gonna fucking spend almost $200 on a bottle of champagne, Brut, Cristal. I don't know if you remember, they used to make a big fucking deal out of that drink. Like, ooh, that's fancy. I'm so glad I never bought that shit. $200 fucking dollars? Are you kidding me? Damn, I would feel like such a stupid idiot. If you have money coming in like that $200 is nothing for you, go ahead. Let me know what it tastes like. I'm pretty sure it'll taste sugary and bubbly and not worth $200 fucking dollars. But I don't know. Maybe it feels like maybe it feels like a vacation. Maybe it feels like sex. Maybe it feels like an amazing massage or a visit to the chiropractor. Maybe it feels like being enlightened. I don't know. And maybe I'll never know. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. Okay, let me get back to my story. Because I deviate. If you hadn't noticed. So she gets all pissed off. She starts cursing me out. I'm kind of thinking like, hey, we're in my house right now. I really don't see a need to put up with this shit. Why don't you leave? And she starts shouting at me to hit her. Why don't you hit me? Hit me! I'm just doing the confused face look. I'm like, what? But it was her way. I mean, this is how I see it. It was her way of hoping to take control. Because if any man, for whatever reason, you hit a woman who's begging you to hit her, and not like sexually, but like daring you, like, please fucking hit me so I can, have some power over you, because I'm going to call the police. And right now that I'm upset, I'm not going to control myself. I'm just going to, fuck your life up. I mean, that was pretty disgusting right there. And I don't care that she might say, I was drunk. You know what I'm like when I'm drunk? Fuck anyone. Fuck everyone that says stupid shit like that. I might be the only fucking person that doesn't become an asshole. If anything, I've been told, even by my parents, that I actually become nicer. Which, I mean, that's what should happen. Alcohol relaxes you. Who the fuck becomes an aggressive, dumb troll? Well, too many people. Anyways, I didn't hit her. But I told her I'd like you to leave. And her way of coping with the situation is, I'm going to call the police. Which didn't make any sense. But she just kept saying that. I'm just telling her to leave. And then she absolutely calls the police. And I'm thinking, boy, I'm in another country and there's a crazy drunk lady calling the police because she's mad at me. I just walk upstairs and I can hear the phone call. I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm so... I don't even know what the word is. I'm just thinking of my daughter, my parents that just moved in here with me. Just thinking like, why am I going through this? This is traumatizing. you know? Thankfully, you know, because before the call, I had said to her, like, what are you doing? You know, I mean, oh, no, 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 no. This was right after the phone call, I think. Anyways, the phone call, she's like, I don't have any place to go. Oh, wait. Now I remember. Shit. Now I remember what happened. She got mad, cursed me out, told her to fucking leave. She left. She went to her car, and the weirdest shit, it was like maybe, fuck, must have been like 10 p.m. She goes to her car, and it won't open, so she can't leave. I don't want this to be my problem because I really just want her to leave. After 20 minutes, maybe 30, of her just whining and making a show of herself out in the street because she can't open the car, I honestly thought she would call one of her brothers to come pick her up. Nope. She doesn't do that. Sorry, I'm getting over being sick. Thanks to her. Yeah. Fine. I'll take responsibility. She's shown me so many red flags the entire time that I've known her, and yet I kept talking to her. I kept inviting her. I've moved twice. No, 3 times. And every time I tell her where I'm at. All that was my fault. But honestly, that was my limit. She called the cops on me. Well, not on me, but in my house to fuck with me. Never again. I don't know you. We became strangers as soon as you fucking left. Instead of calling her family or a friend or anybody, nope. She just sits on the sidewalk by her car, just sort of crying, and I'm tired, so I fucking just tell her, like, come on in. And she can sleep in the living room, I'll sleep in my room, and that's it. Of course, the entire time she is cursing me out and shitting on me, saying the worst possible fucking things. And it's like, I could do the same thing, but why? It's like telling somebody, about themselves. Like, they don't know. So she's telling me about me and my faults and I don't know, random fucking negative things that she's plucking out of my life like I don't know, and then handing them to me like, bitch, I didn't ask you for this. I already know. You're just being dumb. So again, I tell her, leave. And that's when she's like, oh, and you want me to call police? What? Do whatever you want. And I'm pretty sure I did say that, but I mean, I don't know. I don't deal in bullshits, blackmails, manipulations, whatever. Stupid garbage like that. So if I hear some stupid idiot throw at me, you want to call the police? I'm going to think to myself, for what? I'm not going to think, like I did something wrong and go, no, no, please don't. Which I guess is the reaction she wanted. So I just said, go ahead, do whatever you want. She calls the police, crying. That's when I'm having an existential moment, like one of those deja vu, like blood pressure has just lowered, you know, in my head, and now I feel like I'm in a dream state, like this can't be reality. But thankfully, the whoever answered the call, dispatch, I don't know, has he done anything to you? No, he just doesn't want me here. Oh my fucking God. When the call ended and they said like, okay, we're gonna send a car, I straight up said to her like, what are you thinking doing that? I mean, I live here. You know, I have my daughter here. And she's like, I don't care. And then she went outside. Like, if you ever go to Mexico, it's pretty much China. All the houses are very close together. Almost like San Francisco, but ugly. Like China. By the way, China, if I'm wrong and China now looks amazing, I apologize. But every time I've seen any documentaries and footage of China, it looks like certain parts of Mexico, okay? She was talking so fucking loud. She didn't give a fuck. It felt like dealing with someone's idiot child, but their parents were nowhere around. So, yeah, I'm not going to see that person ever again. Well, I'll give you the ending of the story. It's so stupid. It's the stupidest fucking thing ever. I went back inside. My gate was locked up. I could hear that they did arrive. They were talking to her. She's crying like a maniac. They're not arresting her for fucking wasting their time. Imagine a guy did that. My girlfriend, she doesn't want me here. In my cart, it's not working. That guy would be arrested, right? It's like disturbing the peace. The fucking car would be impounded. Instead of that, they... How long did they take? They take like fucking 20 or 30 minutes just calming her down and saying like, well, you know, if you got no place to go, we got a bed in the jail cell if you want. And she's like, okay. And they take her all the way down to the police station, where she continues to message me through the WhatsApp. And I'm just feeling paranoid. Like, this disgusting person can, at the drop of a hat, just decide, you know what? I don't like this. This is his fault. In my brain, it's his fault. And he should pay. Or, I don't know. But I just felt a lot better, sort of appeasing, sort of giving her way, because this is just too fucked up and I just need this shit to stop and for her to calmly and peacefully go away. So I don't bend over, but I do kind of act like, oh, it's fine, I get it, you're insane, but that's fine. I'm not bothered by that. And she's talking to me, and I'm telling her, like, well, I didn't say that I didn't love you. I just, you can't force me to say it. And she kind of understood, or she was okay with that answer. So then she kind of looked at herself like, oh, okay, he does love me. He just, he doesn't want to be forced to say it. Uh-huh. And then she's like, hey, the police say it's cool for me to spend the night at your place if that's all right with you. And I'm just thinking, like, what the fuck? Is this a setup? Are they trying to get me to leave my house so that they can arrest me? Because I had already closed my gate. So at that point, I thought, even if she does kind of decide to say, he needs to pay, unless they get a fucking warrant, I don't have to open that gate. I felt a little paranoid, and I hesitated for a moment, and she's like, is there a problem with me spending the night over? This is all a text message. I haven't even erased it. I said, no, yeah, that's fine if that's what you want to do. And she came over. They dropped her off. So I never actually got to see any police. And they never laid eyes on me. So that's great. And then I just gave her a hug. Because crazy women like hugs. And I'm not saying that normal people don't like hugs either. But I'm saying crazy, let's say people in general. After they throw a hissy fit and they tire themselves out like toddlers, they just want a hug. And of course she did. And went to sleep. I think I may have slept, because this was like fucking 3 a.m. by the end of this. And I woke up real fucking early. Like 4. No, fuck off. I meant like 7. It was like 7. I mean, I slept like 4 hours. Yeah, I think the reason why I woke up early instead of just, trying to sleep is the fact that I wanted this person the fuck out of there as soon as possible. I mean, I was going to have my daughter with me in a few hours, later in the afternoon. And yeah, I needed this person to get the fuck out. She called the company that she got her car key, her electronic car key done at. Because, most remote car keys have the actual physical key inside of it. She lost it because she's an idiot. And she had to buy it again. But the guy that sold her the new remote key for her car didn't actually engrave or make the physical key. They didn't cut any grooves or all that shit. So it was just blank. The physical key was inside the remote control, but it was smooth. They hadn't done anything to it. So she couldn't open it with that. And she called that company and they sent a guy over. And the guy pretty much just switched the batteries. So whoever sold her that shit must have really not liked her to have sold her such a piece of shit with bad batteries. So she got new batteries. It worked. She was able to get in. By the time that happened, my parents were here. And so they briefly got to see her all nice and like, hello, and like, oh, I've missed you and shit. And I can't say a word. My parents have no fucking idea that this bitch is possessed. She's the motherfucking exorcist. I just gave her that last hug that would say goodbye to her forever. When you're not like everybody in your area, you really shouldn't date. I live in a crazy town with crazy people. If I date anyone, they will be crazy. I have crazy parents, but, you know, we're blood related. And, yeah, I have to deal with them. Most normal person I know is myself, and the best person I know is my daughter. I don't have to date anyone. I don't want to. Honestly. So I have her to thank for that, and I mean it, because before her, I was kind of feeling like, you know, I'd like to be in a relationship. And I had certain red flags in mind that, you know, I would avoid. Threw all those out the window with this person. You gotta always pay attention to your red flags. If you've decided that you cannot be with people that have a unibrow for whatever reason, listen to your own fucking red flags. Don't go against them. Don't fucking, you know, you meet a guy, he's got a unibrow, but he's got a six-pack and he's rich and whatever. In the end, you're going to be unhappy. You're gonna realize that I don't know, he eats children, or who the fuck knows what. But whatever your red flags are, pay attention to them. Don't go back on them. You don't like fat people. You don't like too skinny people. Too short, too tall. Whatever. They're your red flags. Pay attention to them. Don't betray them. Because every time I have, it always turned out exactly the way I thought it would. And I know psychologists would be like, you're programming yourself. My red flags are not based on bullshit. They're based on real shit. They're based on psychology. So, and some are based on science. I'm not going to go into that because they're my red flags. They're not yours. My red flags might not make sense to you. You know, just like your red flags might be my blue flags. Blue flags. That's a good one. As a going away present, that final day, I could feel a tickle in the back of my throat. I'm like, I think I'm getting sick. And then the day after she had already left, my nose wouldn't stop dripping. I was so pissed off at myself, at her, because clearly when she lives an hour away, so I don't ever go into her city. And I'm pretty sure that her being as a mental case, low self-esteem as she is, and just full of trauma privilege, any guy that shows her any fucking attention, she's gonna be like, okay, Like, hey, you want to do something? Yeah. So, I'm an idiot for ever. I don't know. Like I said earlier, it's worse than just being an idiot. It's also being a little pathetic. I wanted a friend. It's been a long time since I've had a good friend. I know that most people are programmed to believe that making friends is the easiest fucking thing in the world. But I'm not talking about acquaintances. I'm not talking about just going to random public places, having conversations with people, getting together and sharing a moment, an event, a night, you know, at a party or whatever. I mean, a real fucking friend that you can open up to, that you care about, that you might even see them as a sibling. You're so close. It feels like, and I'm sure I'm not alone on this, that level of friendship doesn't exist when you're older. I mean, it doesn't exist. What I mean by that is, if you didn't already make those friends, you're probably not going to. If you didn't make those friends when you were a kid, it's probably not going to happen. Through school, you might find some great people. Through work, you might find some great people. And they'll be your friends. Are they going to be as close to you as a brother or a sister? Maybe, but it's not a given. It's not, that's my point. It's not as easy as when you were, when you were kids. So when you do find somebody that you like and who is willing to put up with you and your weirdness and all your quirks, it feels special, it feels nice. You get used to that person. I didn't want to go through the stages of being sick. When I've been sick before, it usually lasts like, I don't know, a good long time. It can be 2 weeks, it can be a month. It is fucked up. And I said, I don't want to go through that. Because normally I would. Normally I'll be like, let me just warm up some tea, add a bunch of ginger, some lemon and cayenne pepper. I'm going to do this regularly until I feel better, and that's it. Drink lots of water, blah, 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 all that shit. This time I said, I don't want to. I went to a nearby clinic and I got a shot. It was 3 shots actually. 1 a day. Had my last shot on Friday. And I feel a lot better. I'm not coughing, I'm not sneezing, my nose isn't runny. So, it worked. Of course, if I ever get sick again, I'm doing the tea. Ginger, cayenne, lime, lemon. What the fuck? I think they're limes. They're the tiny little green ones with the seeds. Yeah, that's the best. By the way, if you've put up with my rant for this long, congratulations. To me, I guess. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for listening. I think that maybe that's enough for now. There's a couple of other things that I wanted to talk about, but I think they can wait. You know, I'll definitely do another episode this week, like the weekdays, not the weekend. Anyways, thanks for listening. I don't know if you can relate. I'm sure you can. Let me know in the comments if you've ever gone through something similar. Alright. Have a great rest of the... well, no. The week is over. Or is it? It's Sunday. It's the beginning of the week. Have a great rest of the week. Why not? Alright. Thank you. See you soon. Later.